So today we are going to see about air. In that we are going to see about importance of air for survival of plants and animals. Okay. Respiration in plants. Plants require energy for their growth and hence respiration also occur in plants. During respiration, plants take in oxygen and release carbon dioxide just as animals do. Gaseous exchange with air in the atmosphere take place in plant with the help of tiny holes called stomata that is present on their leaves. Photosynthesis. Plants manufacture food by a process called photosynthesis. During photosynthesis, carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil react in the presence of sunlight to produce food. Most plants possess a green pigment called chlorophyll, and it is also used up in the process of photosynthesis. Plants release oxygen during photosynthesis, which is much more than the oxygen consumed by the plants during respiration. Respiration in animals. When we breathe in air, the oxygen present in the air reacts chemically with digested food within the body to produce carbon dioxide gas, water vapor and energy. This energy is required to carry out many processes in the body such as movement, growth and repair. This process by which oxygen reacts with digested food to form carbon dioxide, water vapor and energy is called respiration. Carbon dioxide formed during respiration dissolves in the blood and it is exhaled out of the body through the lungs. The inhaled and exhaled air thus contain the same substance but in different proportion. Except nitrogen, which is present in the same amount, inhaled air contains more oxygen while the exhaled air contains more carbon dioxide. Respiration of plants and animals in water. The water of ponds, lake, river and sea have some amount of dissolved air containing oxygen in it. The plants and animals that live in water use the oxygen dissolved in water for breathing. For example, frog respire through their skin, fish respire through their gills.
Test for the presence of dust particles in air. You might have seen the sunlight entering into a dark room through a narrow slit and making shiny dust particles dancing merely on the path of the sunlight. Actually, the air in a room always contains some dust particles, but they are so small that normally they are not visible to us. When a beam of sunlight falls on them, the tiny dust particles become visible. Shall we do an activity to calculate the amount of dust particle in air from our area? Take a graph sheet. Using a marker pen, draw a 5 into 5 centimeter square on the graph. Apply a thin film of grease on the graph sheet. This sheet will serve as a dust collector. Make 4 or 5 graph sheets. Now decide where to place the dust collectors, how long to collect the dust particles, and place the dust collectors in agreed positions. Ensure that the dust collectors do not get blown away. After the time scheduled for performing this activity is reached, remove the paper and count the number of collected particles, that is dust particles, in the marked area in all the sheets using a magnifying glass. At the dust collector, we can see something similar to the diagram below. Then calculate the mean by number of dust particles in the marked area. Mean is equal to total number of dust particles on the collector divided by number of squares on the collector. The range of the dust can also be calculated as given below. Range is equal to maximum value minus minimum value. Collect details from all the areas where we have kept the dust collectors sheets. Test for water vapor in air. Take a few ice cubes in a glass. Keep it on the table for a few minutes. Observe what happens. You could see tiny droplets of water all over the outer surface of the glass. From where do these droplets come? The water vapor present in the air condenses on the cold surface of the glass. This shows that air contains water vapor. Burning and combustion. When we burn a candle, paper, kerosene, coal, wood or cooking gas, oxygen is needed. The oxygen needed for the burning of the candle, paper, kerosene, coal, wood and cooking gas comes from the air around us. Thus, for burning a substance continuously so as to make fire, a continuous supply of fresh air is needed. If we cut off the supply of fresh air to a burning substance, then the burning substance will not get oxygen necessary for burning to continue and hence the substance will stop burning. In rockets, as they go high in the atmosphere, the availability of oxygen is considerably reduced. Therefore, in rockets, along with the fuel, oxygen is also carried for combustion. The process of burning of a substance in the presence of oxygen and releasing a large amount of light and heat is called burning. If the process does not emit flame, then it is called combustion. Let us do an activity. Oxygen is necessary for burning. Place 2 candles on a table. Ensure that both the candles are of same size and height. Mark them as candle 1 and candle 2 using a chalk piece. Light both the candles. Now cover candle 2 with glass tumbler as shown in the figure. What does happen to the candle 1? The candle 1 will continue to burn since it is having more amount of air. What does happen to the candle 2? The candle 2 will off since it is not having oxygen for burning. Uses of air. Air is used by plants and animals for breathing. Air is used for burning fuels like wood, coal, kerosene, LPG, etc. Compressed air is used to fill tires of various kinds of vehicles. Air plays an important role in maintaining the water cycle in the nature. Ozone layer present in the atmosphere helps in preventing harmful radiation of the sun from reaching the earth's surface. Under extraordinary conditions such as a patient having breathing difficulties, a mountaineer climbing a high mountain, a driver going deep into the sea, or oxygen gas cylinders are used for the breathing purposes. Blowing air is used to turn the blades of the windmills. The windmills are used to draw water by running pumps, run flour mills, and to generate electricity.